Morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? Are we sleep deprived? Or are we just getting up and wondering what the hell are we doing up this morning? Well, basically, I'm there. This is your zombie out here in Roseman, California. We were down to Roseman, California. It is the 14th of March, 2024. We got one more month before taxes are due for filing the damn paperwork. It is 2:02 in the morning, West Coast time. Shout out to a lot of people, I guess, including artists in recovery, to the majority report. Beau of the fifth column, and to everybody else, I guess. Came across a video that was posted a couple of days ago, or within the past couple of days. And there's one particular group, the majority report, was talking about a certain smart aleck who thinks he knows everything. He's a 40-year-old snot-nosed dude. And his problem at this point was dealing with things that he didn't know his ass from a hot rock. He was talking about Social Security retirement age and one particular thing. I suppose the guy's ever known what Social Security is supposed to be, or he's got complaints about old people not retiring young enough or actually old enough to retire. And I guess he can't figure out the meaning of life or things happening beyond his own damn comprehension. He just wants to be a pain in the ass and show people that I don't know what kind of a guy he is. Normally, I don't go attacking people, mostly. You know, except for some people who keep touching a particular hot rail that, yeah, it just kind of, it irritates the hell out of me. Case in point, the topic that he was blathering about that I'm coming close to the idea of asking myself, what the hell am I touching this one in the first place? It's about Social Security. You know, hear me out. Past several decades, we've been talking about Social Security running out of money, and Congress is supposed to have been doing something about it, where they had to keep adjusting Social Security. It's one of those political hot buttons out there that people keep bypassing left and right because they don't want to touch the damn thing. It's political hot potato here. A lot of us retirees and disabled are living on the little fixed incomes we get monthly. For the amount of money that we've put into the tax system while we were working our butts off, some of us actually get disabled. It sucks. And other people don't, but they do retire at a certain age. There's a calculator uh, that has been checking people's ages on what's supposed to be. I typed it in a Google search engine. I got this through the socialsecurity.gov. And it's a normal retirement age application. You can do it on your cell phone. You can do this on a regular lap or a mainframe. And it gives you a little bit of a normal retirement age. If you're born from 1937 and prior, retirement age is 65. And it goes down the age bracket all the way up till 1960 and later, and the age bracket is for retirement a couple of years later than that, 67. Well, if I was born after 1960, I'm going to put in 1967. I'm going to compute. My retirement If I hadn't gone disabled, would have been 2034. However, I got to put in the right year for that one just in case. But in the right year, it would have been 33 then. And that would get up to a certain point of financial monthly stipends. Stipends, they called it. Okay, stipends. Let's call them stipends. And this would be the benefits concerning about it. I'd still be able to get Medicare. Because I've been disabled, I can still get a certain fixed income. I still get insurance. Am I a happy guy? No, I'm just surviving. Until he gets screwed over, so one way or another, you got to deal with that. And I'm at the age right now of 48. Now, scratch that, 58. I wish I was 48, so I had that time for that, but I don't. I'm 58. 47 years, I didn't have a choice. My back and my neck got ruined a bit, and mental health became a complete bizarre situation that I am not feeling what I should have been feeling a long time ago, about 20, 30 years ago, physically and mentally. I'm not as sharp as I think I used to be. My body is definitely retiring me one way or another. Terrifies me that I'm going to be reaching the age of 60. And then after that, I don't know what happens after that. But I was hearing from a 40-year-old snot-nosed guy who thinks it's a good idea to raise the retirement age. Or just keep it high enough where people just die in their jobs, apparently. Because jobs are the only thing that they can do to keep active and alive. Some people retire and they feel like they don't want to. Other people feel like they have to. Forced retirement is not that easy to deal with. I had a friend of mine a long time ago when I was working at an insurance company. She had been counting down until the day that she was going to be retiring out of the company with full benefits until the company was going through transitions and she was forced to retire early. She didn't get her full benefits. She didn't retire the way she wanted to in the first place. Lost track with her. She was a lot older than I was. She was in her 70s. Late 70s, I think. I'd seen other people try to retire that early or late in life. I know one guy back in the 80s my mother was working for. He was forced to retirement. He was forced to sell a company that he stayed with for a hell of a long while, but because of health reasons and financial situations, he had no choice but to turn over his company to another younger guy. He had different ideas for the company and then ran it into the ground. And he was a lot older than 70 years old. He was about 75, nearly 80. Well, must have been about 60, I guess. Yeah, it was in the 60s. He had a war record. He was part of the greatest generation. I guess he died a few years after that because I didn't hear anything from him since. It was hard to hear about that one. was hard to hear about that one. But I never knew anybody in the older ages, my age bracket or older, that would be having conniption fits and wanted to go back to work again. If they're probably doing a second career that they like to do. There's one guy I know that was working in the business industries, and he decided he was going to go out and doing what he wanted to do. He would be a travel agent. I may have gotten the story wrong a little bit here, and if it is, I'll apologize to him. But he enjoys doing his job as a travel agent. His health conditions kind of forced him into a different career path. But he's doing what he loves. He's traveling. He's talking about the places he goes to, uh, the vehicles that he's traveling in, the places. He's a travel agent, but he spans the globe, and he's happy working for a company that puts people out there, and he's enjoying himself a great deal. He's almost about my age, maybe older than that, but he doesn't look it. He doesn't act it. So yeah, his retirement he's not doing. If he's retiring, he's enjoying a retirement, but it isn't retirement. He's still working, and he's having a ball at it. But what I can't understand is why we would force people into working as many and long hours. Because usually when you're working towards a retirement age, you're thinking that maybe you'll be able to do the things you think you're going to be doing or want to do, as long as you save the money for it. But even if you didn't save the money for it, there may be some things you probably will be doing. Or other people are forced into retirement because they got no choice. You just can't force the retirement age down people's throat and say, this is what you need to do because I think so. It's like everything coming out of his mouth is what he thinks. He's not even there yet. But I've also heard some other people who've been or started their own company, rose it up real quickly, and then shut it down, retiring because they grabbed all the money they could, and became these quote unquote millionaires. Some of them are actually crashing and burning, and others are just lapping up the success. Lucky them. For the rest of the stiffs, we deal with the monthly stipping, and we get to deal with budgets. We get to deal with finances. We get to deal with companies that we think they're going to be saving us money left and right, and yet, if they're not pulling enough profit, they're crashing and burning. Taking point. The company Dollar General had bought out Family Dollar a few years back, within the past few years. And they thought that they made a money-making deal. Problem is, they didn't. Because now they got to close down the Family Dollars out there. I guess the merger didn't work too damn well because now they got 1,000 stores within the next 3 or 4 years that got to shut down. Which means we've got three of those dollar stores here in Roseman. We got one out by 35th and Roseman Boulevard, right across the street from the library. That's about 3 miles away from here. Closer to that, we've got one out in Sierra. That's about almost 2 miles away. Closer to that, on the other side of the damn railroad tracks of Roseman Boulevard. Did I not say, boys and girls, and ladies and gentlemen, to open up your Google Maps and look at what I'm talking about? And that definitely would be Roseman. I didn't say anything about that? Wow. I'm losing my touch of reality, aren't I? Oh no, senility sentence. Oh no, I'm going to drive people insane. Okay, Google Maps. Mine's automatically set for home. And with this, I'm just putting it on a street map. I'm not putting on a terrain. So if I wanted, let's see if I can just get the retail stores here. Actually, I am just going to be, okay, there we go. I'm just going to scroll in the street map area here. Roseman and Sierra, they've got the Family Dollar General, or the Family Dollar Store. I scroll on down Sierra Highway, past, where the hell am I passing it? Elm Street, okay. Orange Street, here we go, rock and roll. That's about a mile and a half away. There's the Dollar General there. But as I said before, closer to home on Roseman Boulevard and Sierra Highway, I've got a dollar, Family Dollar, on the other opposite end of the railroad tracks. This store had been open up for about a couple of years already. They had it specifically built on the side of the railroad tracks in an area they thought they could, make a bit of a profit in there. It's trafficked. We got people going up and down Roseman Boulevard. We have a neighborhood nearby that people can walk from place to place. So it looks like a good retail area, doesn't it? We have a population about 15, 20,000. We have a lot of people living in our on East Side Track, but we also have a lot of people living west of the freeway of the 14. And in the area of the 35th and Roseman Boulevard, we got, well, let's see, police department, water department, fire department, library, and then we got the Dollar General. And we have housing all over the place. So one would think one could go over to the general store and buy whatever little gimcracks and not wants and whatnots and stuff. Just like the people on the east side of the freeway can actually go, or shall I say on the east side of the tracks, can actually go and get their stuff. Stuff that we may like holiday stuff. When Christmas comes up, traffic it. We have Christmas decorations and office supplies. Uh, Size of I don't know, different size packages of food in there, and maybe some brands you'd never come across, or actually rarely came across in the major chains. They're now just relegating it to the minor chains as much. So stories like these would be beneficial in our neighborhood, wouldn't they? You see the younger people working in them because it's a job. I know what it's like to work in retail hell. I've done it before. Grocery? Not quite. I've been in a Thrifties. About a couple of months being a stock clerk, so yeah, I know what that's like. Been in Macy's, I know what that's like. I worked in Walmart, never worked in the food sections, but I worked in other sections of it, so I know what that's like. So it'd be a hell of a job for a man with a better back and better feet and better body to go to work in there and be able to deal with the stress and pressure. Stand at registers all day, or get back to straightening up an area that you're in charge of, sweeping and cleaning, stocking the merchandise whenever possible. not one with a job. It's a back-breaking job for a younger body and a better body. Yeah, it'll be something to work at. Then again, places like McDonald's that are going for more technology, less human intervention, and less on the food distribution of their company to the customers. There have been rumors that free refills, if you're dining inside, are no longer valid. You have to purchase another one. It's either by franchise or it's by corporate, or maybe both. So imagine you're working at a job like that for a while. You gonna retire? No, because usually before they started up with this minimum wage crap, you moved on from that job to another high-paying job. That's usually how it worked. You waited for an opportunity and you sprang at the opportunity. Otherwise, you were stuck at that place. But you did the job because that was the only job in town. If you heard of another job, did you go for the other job? Put in the application, do the interview process, go through it, and then bingo, you got yourself another job. Or sometimes you got two part-time jobs that you're working at. That was a trick. Try doing two full-time jobs. That's even worse off. Okay, so you're working at this job for a hell of a long while. You're going to be retiring out of it? Unless you're going to be making it into a career and thinking that you're going to be owning that damn store, or you're going to be the manager of that store, and nothing else is going to stop you on that one. I've run into people like that with that kind of ambition. I didn't understand the mindset. I really didn't. I was really go-getters, and these guys scared the hell out of me. And they did. Well, they do anything and everything to get their points in the system and with other people so they can show them what kind of a good worker they are. Let alone the other people have been trying to bust their ass, trying to stay out of their damn politics, and they get busted over. And they had to deal with it. Case in point. When I worked at Walmart, I was in my 40s. I started there in 2007 and I got kicked out in 2012. Turnover gets high in that place. Loyalty is rewarded. You gotta watch your ass in that job. I tried to stay out of people's way, but unfortunately, some things you just couldn't avoid. Get your mouth shut. I didn't. I didn't. So I had to deal. I had to deal. That being said, then we got killed in a damn job. But I could have worked there if I didn't get killed in a job. If I didn't have all the management process, I would have been stuck there for a while because there would have been a paycheck coming in. So let me see, that was 2012. That was about 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Let me see something. I just want to see my age bracket a little bit here. So when I started with the company, the Wally World, it was the age of 41. Could have been a people greeter, but no, I went for cashiering, and I saw other people who were cashiers, my age. What the hell? I was about 5 years to that. 46 years old. Was I 46 at the time? Let's clear that off. So let me see. When I left the company, I was at the age of 46. Tossed my ass out of there. I never looked back on that job. Gave me PTSD on that one. So 46, I was physically and mentally injured. Still am. If I happen to go near a Walmart, I'll be having the PTSD effects like crazy on that one. Or even in areas that there were. That's why I did some of my videos talking about this stuff, because I thought it would help me and help somebody else. And I also got PTSD flashbacks doing the damn video. So here I am, 58 years old. According to the age bracket, I got several more years before technically I should have been retired. I retired early because I got injured. And yes, I'm under medical help for that. I may not like being turned into a damn lab rat, but that's about it. So when I hear this one 40-year-old snot-nosed kid, yeah, to me he's a kid because he's a lot younger and doesn't know his asthma hot rock. He was talking about people should have been retiring later in life. Why? Because of a sense of purpose? That's not for this asshole to judge. But he's being judgmental towards people. And it kind of pisses me off that some people actually think that way on some occasions. I don't know. There may be other assholes like that. Morning, Mama. What do you? How come you're up? My dog's wondering how come I'm up this early in the morning. I don't blame her. So I wanted to think, and I wanted to get something off my damn chest. Family Dollar General. It's the same damn place. You just dressed it up a little bit differently, but it's the same damn company we're dealing with. We're looking at things like that. The older we get, the more tightwad we are because we know how much expensive it gets. We'd already seen it in our youth of how things were back then, and then we look at our current age, and now we're going for places like Dollar General and Family Dollar, 99-cent stores, places called Food for Less or Wincos out there, places that are supposedly adding value and lower prices, not this membership gimcrack crap going on. We deal with what is on a day-by-day basis. We needed stores like the generals out there. What's going on with you? Hold on, yeah, looks like I have to take care of my dog. So next vid, I guess.